From jarofthreads.com, and I'm back with another scrapbook layout. It's a 12 by 12 layout, and I'm going to do a little bit of mixed media for this one. And I'm using a stencil template thing from Prima Marketing that I bought about a year ago. And it's not really my style, I would say now, but I was trying it out. It's like a brick wall pattern kind of thing. Yeah, so it's gonna work for this layout because, and I apologize for my son in the background was being noisy because he's watching some video. So yeah, this stencil is gonna work for this picture because it's a picture of my husband and myself on our wedding day. We had two weddings, one in France and one in London, and that was the London one, which was actually the first wedding. Long story. Anyway, I'm using modeling paste through my stencil, and I'm using an old, I think it's a gondola pass. See, that's what it is, because I'm never going to go back on this gondola ever. So I'm using the card, and I'm showing you what it looks like. And next I'm going to leave it to dry for a little bit because I don't like using my heat gun on modeling paste. Sometimes it bubbles a bit, so it's not really nice. And while this is being worked on, while this is drying, sorry, my words are getting all mixed up. I've picked up a few papers, and as you can see or recognize, maybe they're all from the Create Paper Wonder collection. I don't have much left actually. I think I've got all pretty pattern paper. I think I've got like 3 full sheets left, so I'm gonna put an order in on Monday. I know what I want to get, and I'm using a piece of blue cardstock to match my picture because I wanted to bring this blue from the door and the shirt. You might not see it very well right now. You might see it better than me because my preview screen is teeny. And now I've taken some 6 by 6 papers from the paper pads, and I'm gonna layer my paper. And I really wanted this floral, but it doesn't go with the color, but I really wanted to use it. So I'm gonna put it in behind, and I'm using the houses because we're sitting on the steps of our old flat in London, so that was working very well for this picture, I thought. And I'm never gonna use this paper otherwise, so I might as well use it for this one. And I'm building my layer of paper. My picture is 4 by 4, by the way, to give you an idea of the size. And I did leave a little bit of a white trim around it. I printed it on my home printer, so it's not the best picture, but it's fine. I couldn't find the original file as well. It's the picture I had on Facebook that I retrieved from Facebook. So the quality is not brilliant, but I don't know where the original file has gone. We might have lost it. At least it's on Facebook. So the modeling paste is not quite dry yet, so I keep on working, and that's one of the few full sheet I had left, and I'm gonna use that to mount my background. My background is a piece of watercolor paper that I cut to 11.5 by 11.5, so I needed something to mount it, to mount the background on. And on the other side is actually this floral that I really like. And here I'm having a look where I want to put my picture. It's gonna move, it's not gonna go there. And it's just about dry. I left it, I had some lunch, and then when I came back it was dry. So I'm gonna use my acrylic inks to do some packaging smooshing of ink. And there's going to be a disaster, which is not going to be on camera, thankfully. I forgot to close one of the 2 jars you're seeing on the screen. Forgot to close it properly, and when I went to set it aside, put it back in my craft room, because I'm crafting in the living room so that I get the best light for filming. When I went to put it away, I grabbed it by the eyedropper because I thought it was closed, and it wasn't, and half of the jar went onto the carpet, which if it had been watercolor it would have been fine, but because it's acrylic inks, it was a bit of a struggle. I had to run and buy some rubbing alcohol, also called isopropyl alcohol, if you're ever looking for something to get rid of acrylic paint. Get some isopropyl alcohol or rubbing alcohol, and that will do the work for you. So off camera here, that's dried, and I also added some smooshing of ID Swap Color Shine in gold, because I was really upset about what had happened, and I was doing some cleaning of the carpet. I didn't film this bit, but now I'm back filming. By the way, it's mostly off the carpet. There's still a little bit of a blue tinge to it, but thankfully our carpet is blue, not quite the same blue, but so we're hoping that with time it will disappear or fade enough that it won't be so noticeable. But yeah, it was an eventful day. So I'm putting that so that my 6x6 layers, paper layers, are flush with the matte, not flush with the background, the white background, but flush with the red matte, because I thought it would be nice. And I added a little bit of this floral under the picture because I wanted to bring it. And I'm going through the die cuts. Oh, also, by the way, in the great paint incident, it went all over my chipboard, my 12x12 chipboard piece. I'll show it to you in a few seconds, in a few minutes. So here I'm having a look about what I'm going to do with those die cuts I've selected. That's going to change because I'm going to set it aside for the day at some point soon and do some more cleaning. And you know, I was a little bit fed up with it all, to be honest, because of the big paint incident. I've never done something so silly. I'm always super careful with those paints. And here you can see the blue tinge on my chipboard. I've managed to remove some of it. I used some of this rubbing alcohol to remove most of the paint, but then I started to lift the color of the chipboard piece. So yeah, I'm going to use those houses because I'm never going to use them otherwise. So I thought, since they're actually the same color as the background now, at the paint I used in the background, I might as well use them. Same for this bird. I'm going to use, sorry, my son is a bit noisy. He's being very good, but. And I'm going to use this bird to link my two die cuts because the way it was looking a little bit floating up there. And I'm still going through the, I'm fighting with the chipboard piece. I'm going to use this floral as well. And here I thought I would put it around the picture, but then I decided to bring it at the top to make like a cluster, 3 clusters. And I'm bringing some gold washi tape because there's gold on my background but nowhere else, so I thought I might as well bring them in my cluster. Sorry for my head. And you can see my top cluster being built up. I'm going to use one of these, the remnant of this floral paper as well, to make another triangle, visual triangle. And I'm using my Xyrant sticker maker because I don't use it enough, and I actually I'm running out of tape, so I thought I might use it. So I've lifted my washi tape and put a piece of pattern paper instead, and put my washi tape back over it. And now I'm adding my hearts, and I want to write the date somewhere, I think. No, first I want to put a title. So I'm going through my a little selection of stickers. As you can see, that's only a portion of it. Yeah, it's been growing, my collection of stickers. I don't know how that's possible. It's not like I'm buying a lot of it, or maybe I do. No, when they're on special, I tend to buy them. So I'm going to use this Best Ever, which one from the Wildflowers collection. I think it's a We Are Memory Keepers collection. And I'm also going to use those black chipboard stickers, which I think are called marquise, or however you say that in English, because the French way is marquise. So I'm going to play around with the placement, and I kind of want the best day to overlap the picture a little bit, and ever as well, but at first I thought I was going to put them all on the same vertical line, but I decided to put the ever at the bottom right. And you saw me lift my my layout so I could have a better look at how I'd line up my letters and chipboard pieces. So now you can see me going through my die cuts again, because I'm looking for something to write the dates, and the date, just the one date for this one, and I've selected those, but they don't quite work for me. So I went off camera and I cut some pieces from the 6x6 cut apart sheet that was in the paper pad, and I'm playing with maybe doing a little bit more journaling with this larger cut apart, but I'm not going to use that. I'm just going to write the date and the location, which was London. And I really like this picture because that was a wedding day, and that was the flat where we lived together when we got together and got married and all of that. So I really like, and it was really nice to be sitting out there on any given day, sunny day. And I'm going to use those Studio Calico, I think the 7 paper puffy stickers. I really love them, and you've seen me using them on all my layouts because they go with absolutely everything. And I'm adding a few hearts here and there to bring it all together. And I had this this golden star paperclip that I'm going to put to add a little bit more gold. And now you can see some close-up. I'm not sold on the background, I tell you that, but you know, I don't hate it, and I'm really happy I've got this picture in my album because I really like it. So yeah, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please do like it if you enjoyed it. And if it's your first time on my channel and you would like to see more videos from me, don't hesitate to click the subscribe button. Hope you guys have a nice week, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.